Welcome back, viewers, to this edition of Focus on Africans. We're in Amsterdam, the eastern part of the city of Amsterdam, and today we're talking to another sister from Suriname. She's going to share with us the connection between Suriname and Ghana, especially, and also between the cultural connections between Ghana and Suriname. We're going to talk about that later. But first of all, let me welcome Sister Henna to Focus on Africans.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
How do you say, how are you in Suriname? Fawaka.
Fawaka. Faiganai.
Faigai.
Faigonai.
So what should I say?
Boom.
Boom. Okay. So, Sister Henna, tell us something about yourself.
I'm Henna Trustfull.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mother of 2 children. A daughter, she's 28, and a son, she's almost 50. I born in Suriname.
Okay.
When I was 19, I come to Holland.
Mm-hmm. But did you grow up in Suriname?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What did you remember from Suriname? Was a child?
Suriname is a very beautiful country. I had a very
Not because you came from Suriname?
No, not because I came from Suriname, but I had a very great time in Suriname.
What are the things you remember?
Playing outside,
Mm-hmm.
climbing in the trees.
Really?
Stealing things from other neighbors. It was very kicking, you know, to do that sort of thing.
What type of things were you stealing?
Fruit, a lot of fruit. And flowers.
What do you do with flowers?
Flowers, when it was Mother Day, then we didn't have enough money to buy something for your mother. Then you had a lot of, in the area where we grew up, you had a lot of rich people. And they had a lot of beautiful flowers, and then we go there to pick the flowers to give to our mother.
Why didn't you go to them and ask for the flowers instead of stealing?
You didn't ask.
Why not?
It was kicking to steal,
Okay.
you know, and it was nice because when the people saw you, you know, then you run.
Okay, so it was like a play for you.
Yes, it was.
But when you come back home with stolen flowers, you give it to your mother.
Yeah.
What would she say?
She was very glad.
She will not ask you where you got the flowers
No, because we every day we get 10 cents.
Yeah.
And she think that we save it
money, okay.
to buy it for her. But when we are growing older, then we told her that we was stealing the flowers.
What did she say?
She was laughing, you know, because she didn't know.
Okay. I remember when I was young, and if I come home with something, my parents will ask you where did I get it from, and they will really be very angry with me.
Yes, most of the time, but the special things are Mother Day, Father Day. You know, they think that we saved the money, but we didn't save it.
So you remember stealing? What other things do you remember doing?
Playing in the rain.
Okay.
You know, and didn't wear clothes.
Okay, yes,
naked, you know, and now you can make it here because you must watch out. You don't know which people, you know, are watching the children. But that time in Suriname, you was free, you know.
Did you grow up in Paramaribo?
In Paramaribo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we grew up in a country where you had a lot of different people. There was also a bar there.
A bar?
A bar, and something what I learned is not to drink, because every morning when we go to school, we saw a lot of drunken people.
So that put you off from drinking?
Yes. And one time we was going to school, and there were a lot of drunken people. They didn't know where they are, but we had a dog, and the dog, he put us at the, how do you call it, port?
And port? What is it? Port? What do you mean?
Port.
Say it in Dutch, maybe.
Port.
Port.
Port, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a dog from the garden.
Yes, you know, and when we at that side, then my mother said send him back.
Okay.
The dog must go back at home. And before he go back, he pissed in one of the drunken people's face.
The dog was pissing in his face?
Yes, and he didn't know.
Oh.
He licked it, you know, with his tongue. And then I think as a child, no.
No, you would not drink.
This don't feel good. It's not good for anybody.
So you never drink alcohol?
No. I drink alcohol, but I know my limit.
Oh, go. And let's talk about your parents. What were they doing? What did they do when you were young?
My mother was making clothes.
Okay.
And my father, he was working for the government. He was an inspector to check food.
Okay, food inspector.
Yes.
Okay. How many were you in the family?
My mother had 4 children. We were 3 girls and 1 boy. And also 4 children from other people.
Okay, extended family.
No, strange children that was being to their parents. You know, my mother take them to take care of them.
It was a big family.
Yes, at home we were with 9.
9 people.
Yeah, 9 people, 9 children, but 4 was from my mother.
And the rest for
and the rest, 1 boy and 4 girls, was an
orphans.
Yes.
Okay, and then you were playing around stealing also, but then you went to school. Do you remember your first day in school?
Yes, when I was little. Most of the time I was 3, and then you had in the street where we live a children's school, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And every day I walk away.
From school?
From school.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it.
What?
And I like it to be at home with my mom because I was the youngest one, and when I go to the city with my mom,
You got some cookies?
I got some cookies, some ice cream, you know. That's why
that was more important than going to school for me. Okay.
And one day, it was a very long time it go good, and one day my mother thinks that it was okay, and she go to the market and I leave school. But I know because you was little, but you parents learn you where the keys are, you know. I pick the key, go in the house and go to sleep. And my mom go to school and she wait and I didn't come. Then she started to cry because
you
they didn't know where I was. She came home and then she saw me sleeping and she hit me. She said, don't do it anymore. That was the last time that I walk away from school.
So from then you started going to school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about school in Suriname. What type of things were you taught?
The teachers, they...
Were you taught things like history, the history of slavery and things like that?
Yes. But when they learn us about slavery, they learn us that the black people, they was bad.
They were bad?
They were bad, you know, because they had it about 3 slaves, Baron, Bonnie, and Choliqueur. That were 3 slaves who didn't want to suffer, you know.
They didn't want to be slaves?
No. And then they start a fight with the white guys. And at school they learn us that they were bad slaves. But now I'm older, now you learn.
Were the teachers white or were they black? Your teachers, the people who were teaching you?
In the beginning, they were white.
Okay.
There was a Catholic school, but the positive things that I was learning there was that God made black and white and He loved us all. And that was the positive thing that I learned, and I think that I carry that now. That I don't know if white people, they think about some bad things about black people. It doesn't.
You look at people as human beings, not as black or white.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your country, Suriname, was colonized. Was a colony of Dutch, the Netherlands.
Yes.
When you were studying.
Yeah.
What did they teach you about colonialism?
Not much.
They didn't tell you why Suriname was a colony?
No. They learn us at school. We learn about most things from Holland. We didn't know anything about Suriname.
What were you taught about Holland then? What were they teaching you?
When we had rekenen.
Mathematics.
Yes. Then they asked us, Wim, he run from Amsterdam to Utrecht, and how much kilometer is that?
Oh, okay, between the two Dutch cities.
Yes.
They didn't teach you about
No, not
Suriname.
about Suriname or somebody run from Coroni to Nikeri.
No, they don't.
No, they don't teach us that sort of thing.
Why are you using Dutch books then?
Yes, Art and Scene.
Okay.
That sort of things.
I was spoke with some Suriname and they said they were teaching them about snow and.
Yes, and when you read it, you know, most of the children, they want to see how snow are, because we read a lot of books about snow, you know, or then seeing they playing in the snow. And
but you never saw snow?
No.
Not in Suriname?
No. When I was 19, when I came here, and I saw snow for the first time, I didn't have shoes on my feet. I run, it was in the Belma, I run downstairs to look how the snow, because years and years you hear about snow, but you never know how snow are. You know, you must feel it.
Okay. And in Africa we have storytelling. In the evenings, the people sit around and they tell stories. Do you have that in Suriname?
Yes, and I remember that they have a Nancy story. That was a spider.
Yeah.
But they had also a story about Winti.
Winti, yeah. What is Winti?
Winti is a religion. It's a religion in the Surinamese culture.
Okay, we're going to talk about religion later. But the stories, who tells the stories?
The older one.
Oh,
those are stories about, but very scary story that sometimes you didn't want to sleep, you know, or walk to your bed. So
scary story.
Scary.
Can you remember one of them?
Yes, my grandmother tell us that one time she was going to work. She was selling things, and it was something like 4 o'clock in the morning. And at the corner of one of the street in Suriname, she saw a long, tall guy. But later on, she said that it was a ghost. You know, a ghost who
was standing by the roadside.
Yes.
So as children, you were very afraid.
Yes, you was afraid because you didn't have any idea of that sort of thing, you know.
Okay.
And they have also stories about gambling or gambling, yes.
Yeah.
And there was little boys. When you see the little people, you were very afraid, you know, because you think that there was, yes. But they didn't explain that sort of thing because you was afraid also to ask them.
What?
You know?
You didn't want to know?
No.
Okay. And in Suriname, do you have festivals in Suriname? Like celebrating a festival?
Yes, we were celebrating Santa Claus. When I was Santa Claus.
Yeah. But Suriname traditional festival, no?
The 1st of July.
Yes. What is
the ending of slavery.
Okay, that's 1st of July.
Yes.
Okay. And what else?
But we had a lot of culture in Suriname.
Yeah, I want to talk about the cultural life of Suriname.
Yes, a
What
lot
is it
of.
like?
Yes, it was very nice because the area where I grew up, there were a lot of culture, and we are one at that time. There was a mosque,
A mosque?
a mosque in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and when they are celebrating something
The Muslims
about their religion, everybody joins them, and everybody was welcome.
Okay.
And now I'm here in Holland. I don't understand because in Suriname, the one go to Christian church, the other one goes to
Muslim,
mosque. You know, everybody accept everybody.
Okay.
And that's the difficult thing because in Suriname, we were one. If somebody die,
everybody go to party.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you know.
You don't make a distinction between religion.
No. At that time, I grew up with no different feeling about or different thing about other religion.
Were you taught about the connection between Suriname and Ghana when you were young? In Suriname, did they tell you the connection?
Only that the slave were coming from there.
From Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
But we didn't know much about, they don't talk a lot about slavery, you know. I had a feeling that they want to let us forget it. It's past, it's behind us, you know. And
for the Suriname people, is it a forgotten issue?
I think sometimes it is a forgotten issue, but when they want to struggle for something, then they use it.
Okay, but it's not your grandmother, for example. Did they tell you stories about the slavery? Did they tell you anything?
No. And at school later on, we had a book. They call it Wij en de Wereld. We and the World.
Yeah.
And there was a slavery story about a woman who tried to escape with his baby, and Elisa. And the white people go after her, and then she came to a snow
place with snow.
Yeah, it was a water with snow, and before the white people can gather, the snow was going in two.
Okay,
and the one part go to Canada, and the other part, and she escaped with her baby.
Okay,
and that was a story for me that was a beautiful story. That if you believe in something, because when you read a story, you heard that she said, no, this is not my life.
Okay. So you have to believe in yourself.
You have to believe in yourself. That was a very nice story, and also a story from a man. He has $1, I think $1 on the bank, and the bank make a mistake, and they call it a comma. And they put the comma that was a story, 2 sides behind zero, and it was $1,000. And it was a lot of money for the guy, and he can start something. And that was a story that gives me a nice feeling that if you believe, something will happen.
Okay. Believing, let's move to the religion now. You were talking about Winti. What is Winti?
I think Winti is the guardian angels.
Winti, okay. Is that the traditional Suriname religion?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell how is it celebrated? How do you worship Winti?
They celebrate it with a lot of drums, and you have different types of Winti.
Okay.
And every Winti has his own music.
It's only a way of celebrating it.
Yes, yes. And special clothes.
Yeah.
They're wearing, and
so how many types do you have? How many types of Winti?
How many?
Yeah.
I think a lot. A lot. They don't know if
Everybody
you
has
ask
his own Winti?
everybody has their own Winti. Every time when you talk to somebody,
Yeah.
you heard they has a Winti, then it is a Puku, then it is a Puku.
Yeah.
And
In Africa, in West Africa, we also have a lot of. You have the god of iron, the god of water, the god of this and that. So there are a lot of gods also. Is it the same in Suriname?
Yes, the god of water they see as they have the god of water.
The god of fire, the god of metal, the god of farm, the god of soil, the god of.
Yes, but they have their own names in the Winti religion.
Okay.
You have the water one. You have a water snake. They call it something like Watravenu.
Okay. Is religion very important to Suriname?
Yes.
So you say most Surinamese are very religious?
Yes. Yes, but what I see now, when I was growing up, they didn't talk a lot about Winti. But now here in Holland, I don't know what's happened with the black people here, because, you know, if some black people die from age, they said somebody put something for him or her.
They don't accept that death is natural.
No.
Okay. Viewers, we'll take this short break. When we come back, we'll continue with Sister Henna.
On this program, Focus on Africans, hosted by the popular Pan-African writer Femi Akomolafe, who has devoted his entire life to championing African cause, we highlight this problem and try to look for solution. Focus on Africans is a program to watch, to meet with those with passion to build a better African for ourselves and the coming generations. Focus on Africans. Together, we can build a better Africa.
Welcome back, viewers. The program is Focus on Africans. Today our guest is Henna Trustfull. You were talking about Winti.
Yeah.
We have the same situation in Africa. When something happens, we always try to think it is supernatural. Is it the same in Suriname?
Yes.
We don't accept that.
No. Illness is only for other people, but not for us.
So it's either witchcraft or Winti?
Yes.
So you see how close the cultural connection between Africa and Suriname is. In most part of Africa, even if many people who are Christians or Muslims or whatever beliefs they have, they still believe in supernatural powers that people are sick, you have to go and do some Winti.
Yes, yes.
See, these people, Suriname people who live in Netherlands, do they still have the same?
Yes, a lot of them. A lot of them. Every year, I hear story.
What type of stories?
That they go to the Bonuma is the medicine man, and a lot of them, the Bonumans of the medicine man, have sex with them before he helps them, you know, and they let it happen. They let it happen. Then I think how crazy you are if you go there for looking for help. Why? Yes. If you heard the things what happened now, and
but Sister Henna, you see that also in the Christian churches. I mean, the priests are also sleeping with the women.
Yes.
So it's not only a problem for the Bonoman.
No, no, because
so people are looking for salvation. They go to church, and then the pastors are sleeping.
Yes, yes.
So, how do we explain that?
The pastors, because now in Holland they heard something about that sort of thing, and they let the people gonna search what's true and what's not true.
To investigate it.
Yes, but they are children. The pastors using, but these are grown up people who can think what's good and what's bad.
But there are stories that the Bonoman, the traditional healers, that they are very powerful, that they can cure a lot of diseases. Is that true?
I don't believe it.
You don't believe in the
No,
Bonoman?
I don't believe it. I believe that the nature, I think that we eat a lot of things. Yeah. We don't live a very healthy. We had a lot of pressure. You know, that are things that is very stressful for your body.
Okay.
And illness is for anyone.
Okay.
For you, for me, for anyone, for my children. I don't believe that a bonumang can help me if I have cancer. Because if the cancer cells start to working in my body, I don't think a bed gonna help me to stop that.
In West Africa, there's a difference between healers and the traditional priest. The people who use herbal medicine.
Yeah.
They go to take leaves and roots and prepare it to cure diseases. But then you have the people who are like the Bonoman who are always doing magic.
Yeah.
So do you have that differences also in Suriname? Do you have people who make herbs?
Yes, you had I don't think when I was little, you had a lot of people who use herbs. Yeah. But most of the people now, they die with
They didn't pass the knowledge to people.
No, the knowledge, they don't pass it to the another generation, you know. But I think the another generation wasn't open.
They were not open.
They wasn't open for the knowledge.
Why not?
The older people at that time, they didn't speak a lot. They didn't tell you something. You know, I had a grandmother who was telling me a lot. That's why I know a lot. I was who's telling me things that I can understand. Okay. She was a woman who didn't go to church because she said in a church a lot of devils are, you know. And my mom, she didn't agree with her. And I asked her, I said, what did you say some bad things about it? Then she said, the devil go in the church to see how much people believe in God. And when you're praying is not gonna come to God, because before God, yes. Okay. That's why she never go to church.
But you were talking about the traditional herbs. In the Suriname shops, I see a lot of people selling the herbs. But you said there's no knowledge anymore.
No, there is not a lot of knowledge. Sometimes I use them. You have one they call neem. Neem. Okay. And you can use it. I use it also for the children if they had something, because I know that my mother was using it.
Okay, neem.
Neem.
Maybe people in Ghana also will recognize the word neem.
Neem. Okay. And they learn us also about a bita.
All right.
That is for the woman. Okay. If to clean up your body, you know, just that sort of thing I use, because when I was little, my mom
was using it.
Yes.
So you still have the knowledge.
Yes, I have the knowledge, but not a lot of it, because most of them they didn't tell you
how to use it, or how to prepare it.
And now if you must prepare it, you must working with grams, you know, and that's, I think that's a problem. Okay, now.
Let's talk about your life in Holland. Yeah. Why did you decide to come to Holland?
Because I was a young, beautiful black woman, and when I go to looking for work, most of the men, they want to go with me to bed, and then we can talk about work. And if they were...
That was in Suriname?
In Suriname, yeah. If they were a great guy, maybe I'm going to do it, you know, because they were people that can be my father.
Okay.
And I had something like, no, I don't want to do it. And I go to my dad, I asked my dad said, listen, if you do it now, you must do it your whole life. If you don't want to do it, then you have to leave.
So it was not possible to get a good job in
no.
without sleeping with the boss?
No. As black girl?
Yeah.
No.
Were the bosses black or were they white people?
Black people. But if you had a light skin, then most of the doors getting open for you.
So the black people were also discriminating against the black people?
Yeah.
They want lighter skinned people?
Yeah. If the black people was on a high position, then they look different to the other black people.
They look down on them?
Yes.
Is that still the situation? Is it the same thing today?
Yes. Yes. I think it's worse now.
Oh?
Yeah.
So you came to the Netherlands?
Yes. And when I came here in the beginning, I didn't feel well because I miss my country. I miss the weather. But here I saw that I had much
freedom?
No, possibility to do something.
Okay, to do things, okay.
You know, then I start to picking my study. I was a little bit shy, you know, because in Suriname they make you think that white people is more
intelligent than you.
Intelligent than you know, black people. So I was a little bit shy, but when I start a little bit lower, and then they said no, you must go a little bit higher, and every time.
You came here when you were 19 years old?
Yes.
And did you come with your parents or you came here alone?
No, I came here alone because my mother, her sister was here.
Okay, your auntie was here.
Yes, and then I stayed with her, but I came also because my first husband, he was here in Holland, and he won that I must came to Holland.
To come and join him in
Yes,
okay.
yes, so that's why I come also because he was my first love, and that's why.
Okay. What was life like at the beginning when you came to the Netherlands? What was life for you then?
Nothing, because I miss
what were you doing?
In the beginning I don't know what I was doing, you know, because they let you see a lot of artists, the zoo.
Yeah, okay.
Volendam, the white people with
Did you come as a tourist?
Traditional. In the beginning, they give me a tourist treatment.
Okay.
You know, but later on, I must starting to looking for a job.
Who gave you tourist treatment?
My family.
Okay. For how long?
Yes, and I think they give you a tourist treatment because they want you must stay, you know.
And they want you to stay.
Yeah, they want me to stay. Just that's why I get a.
So you fell in love with the Netherlands.
Yes, yes.
After seeing the zoo and the museum and then so.
No, I didn't. I want to go back because my grandmother and my mother and my father, they were there, you know.
Okay.
But my dad said no.
You have to stay.
Please stay.
Okay.
You know, and they tried to convince me that I must stay. That's why I stay, you know. And when I was...
And then you went to school?
Yes.
What did you study?
I beginning with to learn more about Holland.
Yeah.
And
what were you learning about Holland?
De prehistorische tijd.
Prehistoric time.
Yes,
okay.
The prehistorical time, and to learn more about Dutch because some things we spoke different in Suriname.
Okay, the language is different.
The language was different because later on I understand that we talk in Suriname Belgisch.
English, Belgian,
yes,
Dutch.
you know, and the words sometimes if you said lamp, it didn't come
correctly
for the Dutch people.
Okay.
You know, because in Suriname we said lamp, but here in Holland is a fruit. You know,
So
it's
is it
a different.
That is strange because we always think that people from Suriname are Dutch speakers.
No, we had some difference in we call
in the grammar. In the grammar, you have differences.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we didn't know. So and then from there, what did you do?
Then I go to the MBO, the middle one,
the
yes.
middle school.
Yes, and after that I go to the HBO.
What did you read?
About children. I have my management diploma to start kindergarten.
Okay, nursery school.
Yes.
Okay. Are you running your nursery school now?
No.
What? You got a job, or what did you do after your
I work with mental illness people.
Mental.
Mental.
Okay.
Psychiatry mental.
Did you study psychiatry?
Yes, I do a short study from 6 months. But I think if you believe in yourself, you can do anything you want.
So taking care of mental patients.
Yes.
What does it involve? What do you do then?
Talk with them when they have crazy thoughts.
Can you give us an example?
Sometimes they call and they said, I want to kill myself, you know. Then I let them see if they kill themselves that they think they are ended, but they don't know where they're going.
Okay.
You know, you have to...
please, you are going to tell us about the mental patients you are treating.
Yes. Most of the mental patients have schizophrenia.
Okay.
And they use medicine.
To control it?
To control it, yeah. They have to use the medicine to make the voices that they hear become calmer.
Okay.
And sometimes the medicine don't help because some of them they hear the voice all the time. But they can give them other medicine because...
What type of voices do they hear then? What type of voices come to their head?
They hear voices to do that, do so, you know. And they don't know how they must go sometimes.
But what are the medical explanations? What causes schizophrenia?
They don't know. I think they don't have the knowledge yet to know what it is.
Does it have to do with substance abuse, like smoking EDM or using drugs? Or not?
No. Sometimes you see that if people use drugs, that they can have some voices telling them to do things, but it's for a short time.
Okay.
But
it's not every time they hear the voices.
No. Okay. But this patient, most of them heard the voice.
So what you
every day.
What you do is try to talk to them to calm them down.
To calm them down and to tell the voice that they must leave them alone.
To tell the voice?
Yes, you have to
convince them.
Yes, convince them and give them orders to connect with the voice.
Okay.
So that they can...
so what you are doing is like psychology?
Yes.
Playing on their brain?
Yes, yes. To learn how they must
adjust.
Yes, to go with mental illness.
How long have you been doing this?
Now 4 years.
Okay. You were also involved with working with drug addicts.
Yes.
That's a big problem in Amsterdam.
Yes, a lot of... I was in the Belmer and a lot of Suriname people who were selling the drugs is using it now.
So it's a big problem in the Suriname community.
Yes.
The first they were selling it, now they're using it, they're abusing it.
Yes.
Women or male, or both of them?
Most of them are men, but I think what goes around comes around. You know, if you sell something to people,
they say you're abusing it also.
Yes, and now they using it. I think
What type of help do drug addicts get in Amsterdam?
People treat them very bad. I stopped because I don't know what that people were so hard on each other.
The drug people or the drug abuser or
The normal people.
They were hard on the drug abuser.
Yes, yes.
What did they do to them?
They letting them do things, you know, for they call it a puff. And when they do it, the women, when they do it, they didn't get anything. You know,
It was difficult for you.
It's very difficult.
That's why you stopped with it.
I stopped with it because I become to have the feeling that I'm gonna hate men. Because most of the time
they were abusing the women.
Yes, and it's very hard to see it every day, you know. And in my relationship, it's starting to getting problems. That's why my boss said, "Listen, stop it, with that group and go working."
What type of cure? What type of help do they get? the drug addicts in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Is there any organization that is helping them?
They getting methadone. Methadone they getting, but sometimes they have a group. When I was working, it was a small group as a experiment to look how they can give, that the state can give them drugs, that they doesn't have to go to looking for them. No,
go look
for not cocaine, but heroin. They get it from the state, but it was a small group.
But the Netherlands is known as a drug society, because they say it's very easy to combat drugs.
Yes.
How does that contribute to the drug abuse among the black community? I mean, in Holland, they say it's easy to get drugs.
Yes.
So it's easy for everybody to become addicts.
Club. Yes, that's right. But now you see it easy because Holland was a country that said use it, you can use it, you know. But when the people are abusing it, they don't get enough help. Everybody wants to put them someplace where never they don't must be.
They don't want them to come out of the...
Yes, you know, and that's why most of them they put in Belmer, they have their own house, you know, that sort of things. And the way they treat the people...
They dump them in a ghetto.
Yes, they mean nothing. They mean nothing.
To the society.
For the society, they mean nothing. They use it. In the beginning, Holland said you can use it, and now they... Yes.
But let me ask you this question. As a black woman in the Netherlands, what are your experiences?
I think the black woman don't use the quality that they have in this society. You know, if I look, then I speak about the Suriname people, you know. We had the language, the culture, but here in Netherlands we are the one who getting more chances to do something.
But you're not taking it.
No, they don't take it. The children also, you know. If I look now at the university, there are a lot of Muslims girls.
Yeah, but not Suriname people.
No.
Why is that?
I think the Suriname people, they think that they live in Suriname.
They are very relaxed.
Yes, you know, you can get children, but a good education is more important than children. When you have a good education, if your husband die or go away,
take care of your children.
You know, but I don't know, the same thing that we had in Suriname, the youngest girl here, they taking children, think that the man gonna stay with them, you know.
But it's not happening.
No, it's not happening, but you don't see difference in my...
Your generation and the new ones.
No, you don't see it. You know, they're still going on and on and on, and the white people think that we all are so. But it's not true, you know, there are...
some serious ones.
Yes.
Yeah, because what in Amsterdam or in the Netherlands, people think that the students are not serious people. They only like to party, to wear nice dresses, to go buy expensive.
Gold, you know, love money, don't work, you know. But there are...
But among your own people, among the Suriname people, are this some of the things you talk about?
Yes, we talk about it, but...
And what are you doing about it?
You know, I see that I can reach my people. Yeah. And I try to give it to my children. That I had something now, you don't have to change all the people in the world, but if you change one or two, then you do a lot.
Okay, then you have a more positive attitude
towards
it. What does racism mean to you? Because a lot of Suriname people also complain about racism.
They must shout their mouth because they do it with each other.
The Suriname people.
The Suriname people.
They discriminate.
They discriminate also, and when other people discriminate, then they have a big mouth, you know, but they do it self.
I was going to ask you, most of the Suriname shops are owned by Suriname from Asia. The black people, they don't own a shop.
No.
Why is that?
I don't think that we getting it also from home.
They didn't have the training and...
No.
They don't know how to own a shop.
No.
But you're spending your money in the Asian shops.
Yes, but you know, it's gonna take a lot of time that we see some things because sometimes now I give it to my children to try to look if they can open their own shops, you know.
Okay, their own salon.
Yes, but you must give them at home
to believe in themselves.
Okay.
We'll take this short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with Sister Henna. Please, how many minutes?
On this program, focus on Africans hosted by the popular Pan-African writer Femi Akomolafe, who has devoted his entire life to championing African cause. We highlight this problem and try to look for solution. Focus on Africans is a program to watch, to meet with those with passion to build a better African for ourselves and the coming generations. Focus on Africans. Together, we can build a better Africa.
What are the Suriname people, what are they thinking about their country? Are they investing in Suriname?
Some of them invest in Suriname, but sometimes you hear also story that brother invest in Suriname and leave it for sister, and when he or she go back, he didn't have anything.
So it's the same story we have in Africa.
Yes.
People send their things to their relative in Africa.
Yeah.
And when they go back, it's always stories.
Yes.
So it's the same.
It's the same, and it's very painful, you know, because it's your family. You believe in them, you know, and
you invested in them.
Yeah. Also, because they don't invest in themselves, but also in the family, you know. They build houses, and when they go back, they think they have a house, but then the house is selling, or
they've sold the house.
Yes, my ex-husband has also a matter with his brother. He has a house, but in that time you can register it. If you in Holland, you can register anything in Suriname. Okay. And then he bought a house, a very beautiful house, and he put it on the name from his father.
Okay.
And his brother, when his father was in the hospital, his brother bring a few papers that he signed, and he used the signature for a loan. When he heard that the house was selling, he didn't have the money. His brother lent something about 40,000 euro, and he lost a house that was something like 100,000 euro.
That's a very painful
experience. He has to begin all over again.
So he doesn't believe in investing in Suriname anymore?
No.
Okay, let's talk. What are your own plans for the future?
My own plans for the future, I don't know if I'm gonna live in Suriname, because the Suriname people, they see us as traitors.
Okay, that you betray them.
Yes. And
why?
I don't know why, because when we go to Suriname, all the time that I go to Suriname, my own people, they treat me just like shit.
Really?
Yes, and I work too hard for my money here to go to Suriname to
relax,
accept that shit from them,
What type of things do they do to you?
The last time I was there, we was coming back to Holland, and they have at the airport, if you have things that weight more, then you had a group, you must pay them, then you can, for cheap, you can go with your
corruption.
stuff. Yes, but I said no, I don't want to do it. And when we are in the
airport?
In the ride,
the row,
the row to go to the plane. A black woman didn't have a label on
the bag,
on her bag, and a white man also didn't have a label on his bag, but the black woman go to take a label for the white man, but not for the black one.
So there's still discrimination.
Still the same thing, I don't have the feeling.
But it's still your country, so what are you going to do about this?
I don't know if I'm going to do something about it, because I'm very disappointed in my own land, the way they treat their own people, because my money that I earn here, I go to spend in Suriname.
You want to be treated nicely.
And I use my money now to go in Europe.
Are you talking about your own family or about this Suriname society?
The Suriname society, but also I don't have a lot of family there, but most of them, they think that the money is here on the ground,
It's the same thing in Africa. People think that once you're in Europe or America, you are picking money from the can we blame them? Because when the images they are getting, they look at the film, they look at everybody from Europe is rich. That was the impression they gave. When you were there, you also think that there was money in Europe, right?
No.
You didn't
because
think so?
I listened. My dad told me that when people told you something, listen what they say.
Okay.
And black people, they don't listen. If you want to kill a black people, you can set something and you can put it in a book. They
will not read
it. They don't read it. They don't listen.
They want to believe what they want to believe.
Yes, and I heard story when my aunt told us that she had 2 jobs.
In Holland.
In Holland. If you told me that you have 2 jobs, you must work very hard, because in Suriname we have only one job.
Okay.
Since the beginning, I know that it was hard work. I don't jealous at the things that they are, because sometimes when they come to Suriname, they take a lot of nice things, but they must work very hard for it.
Okay.
But since I was young, I wasn't jealous at people, and
because they live in Europe.
Yes, I live in Suriname, but the weather there and the luxury that we have here give me the weather.
Okay.
And
you prefer the weather?
Yes, I prefer the weather.
So if you were to do it again, you would not come to Europe?
No.
You will stay in Suriname?
Yes. And now, if you ask me what I do now, I think if I must go to a country, I want to start some place where I can do a lot of things for children. If you ask me if I want to stop here, if I stop here, all the luxury the white people can have. If I can begin somewhere else where I can start my own things, you know, plant my own food. You know, that's what I want now, because.
What are you thinking about? Which country are you thinking?
If you ask me, I want to go back to Africa. I don't know where from Africa, because.
You feel connected to Africa?
If I connected.
Do you feel connected to Africa?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel very connected to Africa.
So we should expect you sometime in the future.
Yes, but I think in a village where there is no luxury,
in the village,
and where I can do a lot of things for children, that they can grow up and make something from their lives.
On this positive note, we're going to end today's edition of Focus on Africans. It has been very wonderful talking to you, sister.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the program is Focus on Africa, and today we had a nice chat with Sister Henna Trustfull from Suriname. And I hope, we see the connection between the two cultures, Africa and Suriname. And most of the things they are doing in Suriname, we also can relate to it back home in Ghana and also in other parts of Africa. My name is Femi Akomolafe, and I have a very wonderful crew. Smaila Sulemana is there, Sahadatu Sulemana, Mariano Boye, Foster Agble, Remy Akomolafe, and Gray Westerfeld. Until next week, when we come to you with another edition of Focus on Africans, I say, Ireo.